paragraph 4. God has written his law upon every nerve and muscle, fiber and function of the human being, the human body. God has written his law upon every nerve and muscle, fiber and function of the human body. Now, God wants one response to his law, and that is not admiration, but obedience. And so obedience to God's law affects us not only spiritually, it has physical benefits. Because where obedience exists, sin cannot exist. Because sin is disobedience. And the two cannot exist, occupy the same space. Where obedience from the heart exists, sin does not exist. Obedience brings health, mental, physical, and spiritual. And so Ellen White tells us, Evangelism 265, paragraph 4, God has written his law upon every nerve and muscle, fiber, and function of the human body. This tells us clearly we must live in harmony with the law of God in order to experience optimal, maximum health. Now listen to this quotation from Education, page 99, paragraph 2. Listen carefully. To transgress his law, physical, mental, or moral, is to put oneself out of harmony with the universe, to introduce discord, anarchy, and ruin. I'll say that again. Education, page 99, paragraph 2. To transgress his law, that's God's law, physical, mental, or moral, is to place oneself out of harmony with the universe. And any being out of harmony with the universe cannot be healthy. To introduce discord, anarchy, and ruin. Discord, anarchy, ruin. The ruin is mental, physical, and spiritual. I began by saying we have a perspective, we have a paradigm. It is the great controversy. It is a struggle between Jesus and Satan. The purpose of Satan is to destroy. Jesus said of him in John 10, verse 10, the thief cometh not, but for to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And he seeks to destroy physically, mentally, and of course, spiritually. This is his mission, the mission of Christ. He came that they might have life, and they might have it more abundantly. And my listening friends, there is no life outside the obedience to the commandments of God. Because we read in Romans 7:10, the commandment which was ordained to life. Obedience is life. Disobedience is death. It may be a slow, gradual death, but disobedience is death. In Great Controversy, page 467, paragraph 4, Ellen White writes, the law reveals to man his sin, but provides no remedy. While it promises life to the obedient, it declares that death is the portion of the transgressor. Let me repeat that statement. While it promises life to the obedient, it declares that death is the portion of the transgressor. You've had Great Controversy 467, paragraph 4. And so we come back to the central issue. What about praying for the sick? Should we do that? Yes. But we do the sick a favor by asking that person, review your life. What is the condition of your relationship with God? What is your relationship with God's law? Are you living an obedient life to the limits of your knowledge? All people do not know everything, and God in his mercy overlooks ignorance. If that is not done, we will simply be praying for the removal of symptoms and signs, not the underlying cause. And the underlying cause is the result of sin, whether sin the person has committed, or simply living in a sinful world, or simply having a sinful nature. There's nothing good about a sinful world. There's nothing good about sin, and there is nothing good about having a sinful nature. That is why one day this mortal shall put on immortality, this corruptible shall put on in corruption. So let's go back now to James 5, 14 to 16, and I won't speak much longer. I want you to get the point I'm trying to make. Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church. By the way, let me say this. A lot of us suffer for no good reason. We simply do not call for the elders of the church. We do not follow this recommendation